Good morning, students. In the last class, we have discussed about the determining the seasonal indices by using the different three methods. So today's class, that is next two practicals, are related to the control charts. In Unit 4, we have control charts. So next, the third and fourth practicals are related to construction of the control charts. So first, we'll start with the construction of mean, range, and standard deviation charts. So first, with the same problem, I'll show how to construct the mean, range, and standard deviation charts. And in our theory class also, we have considered the same question for these charts because we use a combination of one central tendency and one dispersion chart, either mean range or mean standard deviation. So first we'll copy the question. So this is my question where serial number, that is sample number, is given and the different sample values are given. So a total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 samples are given. So in each total 15 samples are given of size 5. So in each sample there are 5 values. So to construct the control charts, what is the first step? We have to calculate the mean values. We have to calculate the range values. And we have to calculate the standard deviation values. Standard deviation is nothing but S values. Mean values are Xi bars, range values are Ri. So for each sample, calculate the mean values. So to calculate the mean, what is the function we use? Average. So average of the first sample values, select the first sample values and click enter. So we are calculating mean for all these samples. So I can drag the formula. So I'll get the mean value. Similarly, next, the range. What is the range? The range is the difference between the maximum and minimum values. So first equals to maximum of which values maximum you are finding? These 5 values, close the bracket, minus minimum of the same values. So maximum of these values minus minimum of these values will give you the range value. If you observe what is the maximum value, 65, 65 minus minimum value is 10. So 65 minus 10, we got the range as 55. So similarly, we can drag this formula for all the K samples for 15 samples. So we get all the range values. Next, in the third column, find out the standard deviations. What is the function we use for standard deviation? STDEV. So standard deviation of these 5 values. So select these 5 values, close the bracket, we get the standard deviation. Now these values, you drag it, we get the all the standard deviations. So these values are the standard deviations. I'll just round off these values to 4 digits. Or 2 digits is also enough. So these are my standard deviation, mean, range, and standard deviation values. Next, we want to find the control limits. So to find the control limits, we need different values, that is table values also we need. So these are the table values. So coming to A2 value, we use in the construction of mean chart. D3 and D4 we use for range chart. B3 and B4 we use for standard deviation chart. So coming to mean chart, so first we want UCL value. So first control limits for mean chart. I'll find out the control limits for mean chart. So coming to the control limits for mean chart, what are the control limits for mean chart? X double bar plus A2 into R bar. So first we want X double bar, then we want R bar values. First coming to X double bar. So here I'll find out the x double bar value, that means average values, double bar. So coming to x double bar, so this is the average of all the mean values. So average of all the mean values, we get the x double bar value. So this is the value of x double bar. Next we want r bar. So here if you find the average, next I want r bar. So r bar I'm finding here, which is equals to average of all the range values. So all the range values you select and find the average, we get the r bar. Similarly, I'll find here s bar also. S bar is average of all the standard deviations. So average of the standard deviations. Now we got the x double bar, r bar and s bar. Now control limits for mean. What is the UCL, CL and LCL values? UCL, CL and LCL are first coming to UCL. So what is the UCL value? X double bar plus A to R bar. So find out that value equals to, what is X double bar? X double bar plus A2 into R bar. This is the A2 value into R bar. This is the R bar value. Hence we got the UCL value. Next coming to CL. So CL equals to, what is the CL of mean chart? X double bar. This is equals to x double bar value is this. So we got CL also. Next LCL. So LCL of x bar chart is x double bar minus A2 R bar. So equals to x double bar minus A2 into R bar. A2 into, this is the R bar value. So we got the UCL, CL and LCL values. So these are the UCL, CL and LCL values of the mean chart. So these UCL, CL and LCL values, we are going to use it to find the control limits of mean chart. So before this, first step is, after finding all the values, to draw the chart, you write all the values separately first. So how means, first you select the serial number and you paste the serial numbers here. So after that, you are constructing mean chart. So select the mean values. So the selected mean values, you paste beside your serial number. You have to paste the values. Yes. So since I have used their formula, so directly values will not be placed. You shall use paste special and paste the values there. Then UCL. So in our chart also, how we draw the UCL? A horizontal line, right? So right from first sample to corresponding to all 15 samples, we'll draw a line, horizontal line. So here for that, you have to create the columns UCL, CL and LCL. What is the UCL value? This is the UCL value. Copy this one and paste it here. So I've used formula. So I'll use paste special. Next, CL value, Control C. I'll paste the CL value. Sorry, CL value. Next is, I'm going to paste the LCL value. Control C, paste special. And the paste special, I'm going to paste the values LCM. Now these values, so for all the samples, we are going to draw a horizontal line. That means UCL value, CL value, and LCL value. For all the samples, it is same. So that same value we are going to drag here. Next is CL value also we are going to drag for the all the 15 samples. LCL value also we are going to drag for all the samples. So in this way, we are going to create a table for the our mean chart. Now select these values, then go to insert, then from insert scatter plot. So from the scatter plot, you select one type of chart. So this will give you the UCL, CL and LCL values. So 1 second, CL value. I've copied a wrong CL value. 1 second. Our CL value is 48. Control C. Yes, now find out the control chart. Select all the values, serial number, mean, UCL, CL, LCL. Then from insert menu, go to scatter, select any type of chart. Now if you observe this color line, this maroon color line is your UCL line. This green color line is your CL line, and this dark color line is the LCL line. Whatever the blue color line is there, that indicates the mean values. Now observe it. This blue color line, whether it is lying in between this UCL and LCL. Yes, it is within the UCL and LCL. Therefore, the process is under control. Similarly, we can find the for the range chart and standard deviation chart also. How you will find? First, you find out the control limits for range chart. So what are the control limits formula? First, coming to UCL, CL and LCL. What is the UCL of the range chart? D4 into R bar. So equals to, what is the D4 value? This is a D4 into R bar value. We got R bar value as D4 into R bar. We got UCL. CL equals to R bar. Next is LCL is D3 into R bar. D3 into R bar means DT value is 0. So LCL value will also be 0. So we know how to find out these values by using the table values of the SQL table values. SQC table values. We are going to find this UCL, CL and LCL for the range chart or any chart. The table values, all these table values corresponding to the sample size. These are the control limits for range chart. Similarly, we'll find the control limits for standard deviation chart. Coming to UCL, CL and LCL. So what is the UCL for sigma S chart? The UCL is B4 into S bar. So equals to B4 into S bar value. This is S bar value. CL is equals to S bar. And similarly, LCL equals to CL equals to S bar. LCL equals to B3 into S bar. So 0 into S bar, it is obviously you'll get 0. So these are the control limits for the S chart, that is standard deviation chart. So now we got the control limits of these charts also. So similarly, how we have done the mean chart, in the same way, we'll do the standard deviation and also the range chart. So first we'll copy the serial numbers. So these are the serial numbers. Next, I'm finding the range chart. So range values. So here paste down the range values. Next UCL, CL and LCL. So this is a UCL value, control C. I'm going, so the range values are pasted. One second. Copy the range values, control C, use paste special for pasting the values. So values, okay. Now UCL of range chart. So this is a UCL of range chart. Control C, paste special, paste the values. Next CL, control C, paste special, then paste the values. CL value, LCL value is 0. So now can drag these values for all the 15 samples. Here also. Now for these values, we create a range chart, select all the values, insert, scatter, and select any type of chart. So if you observe, this is the UCL line, this is the CL line, and this is the LCL line. Whatever the blue color line is there, that is the range values. If you observe, this range line is in between UCL and LCL only. So the process is under control. So I have shown you the mean chart and also the range chart. So similarly, you can find out the standard deviation chart for your data. So in the same way, select the standard deviation value, copy paste the UCL, CL and LCL values. Then we will get the standard deviation chart. So next we'll discuss the mean, range and standard deviation charts are completed. Next we'll discuss the P chart and NP chart. Now we'll see the practical related to the control charts for attributes. Coming to control charts for attributes, with how many types of attributes charts we have? P chart, NP chart, and the C chart. So now we'll see the problems related to that. So now we have completed these. Next we'll see the control charts for attributes. For that, first we'll see the P chart. So construction of P chart. In P chart, we are going to have two types, that is P chart for fixed sample size and P chart for varying sample size. So first, we'll see a problem for fixed sample size. So this is our question. So where lot number and the number of defectives are given. Number of defective means these are the DI values. Remember, number of defectives means the DI values. Always in the question, only the number of defectives will be given So based on that number of defectives, we are going to find out the different PI values. Since it is P chart, first we have to find the PI values. What is the formula for PI? Here the formula for PI is DI by N. So what is the N value in the question? N value will be specified. So for this question, the N value is 2000. So for 2000 sample values, we are going to find out the different PI values. So this is equals to, PI equals to DI divided by this N value. 1 second. N value is 2000. N value is 2000, right? Equals to DI divided by this N value. So for all the formulas, all the different PI values also, this N value will be constant. So I'll be using dollar symbol before this C. So therefore, PI value will be 0.2125. So this is 1 second. I'll check the NI value. So for the first problem, we are going to calculate the PI values. Suppose PI value is, hold on, 1 second. Yes. Yes. The N value is 2000 itself. So in this way, we are going to find out the PI values for all the different values. Now we will be writing the control charts for P chart, control limits for P chart. So coming to the control limits of P chart, what are the control limits formulas? Control limits of P chart. So the formula is P bar plus 3 under root into P bar Q bar by N. So by using that formula, we are going to find out the control limits of P chart. First UCL. I'll just enlarge it so that it will be visible for you. So UCL, so the value of UCL is, what is the formula? P bar plus 3 under root P bar Q bar by N. So here we want the P bar first. So I'm going to find the P bar value. So P bar is nothing but average of the P values. So average of these PI values, we get the P bar. So this is a P bar. Next, by using P bar, I want the Q bar also. So now Q bar value equals to, what is Q bar? 1 minus P bar value. So we get the P bar and Q bar. Now calculate the UCL. What is the formula? Equals to P bar. So P bar plus, open the bracket, 3 into under root, square root of P bar into Q bar divided by N. So P bar into Q bar divided by N, everything comes under the square root. Now close the bracket. So this will give you the value of the, 1 second, P bar plus 3 into under root P bar into Q bar by N. I think there is a small mistake in the formula. I'll check it. Wait. I've done the problem already. Zero 0.8402. UCL equals to, I'll do it separately, otherwise 3 into P bar into Q bar value I'll do separately. Here I'll write the 3 into P bar into Q bar. I'll write under root value first, square root of P bar into Q bar divided by N. Close the bracket. There is a problem with these values. Wait. Here in this column, we are not getting the value properly. Wait. Average of P bar plus 3 into square root of P bar into Q bar, P bar into Q bar by N. So sorry, I didn't write the N value before. I've directly written N. Here N value is 2000. So this is the UCL value, that is 0.18. Now coming to CL, CL value is P bar itself. So this is equals to P bar. So this is the value of P bar. Next LCL. LCL equals to, what is the formula? P bar minus 3 into square root of P bar into Q bar divided by N value 2000. So we get the LCL as 0.13. So after getting UCL, LCL and CL values, what is the procedure we follow? First we write the lot number. I'll copy the lot number. Next I'll copy the PI values. Next UCL, CL and LCL. UCL, CL and LCL. So coming to UCL, CL and LCL, what are the UCL, CL and LCL values? First, UCL value is 0.18. So 0.18. CL value is 0.1594 and LCL value is 0.1348. So same values I'm going to select and drag this value, and this value. So now select all the values, insert, scatter, select any type of chart. One second. So as all the PI values are very close, PI values are not copied properly. These PI values As we have formulas, I didn't use space special. I want to paste the same values. So I'll use values. Okay. Yes, now PI values are pasted. Select, insert, scatter, select any type of chart. Now if you observe, this is the maroon color is the UCL, green color is CL, and violet color is LCL, and this blue color line is the PI values. If you observe here, these values, if two values, if you observe, 2 points are there here, two values are above UCL, and here two values are below LCL. So there are two high spots and two low spots in this P chart. Therefore, the process is not under control. Next, coming to NP chart. So for same problem, you can construct the NP chart also. What is the UCL? NP chart or D chart is same. So for NP chart and D chart, what is the UCL formula? You'll get N into P bar. So also how to construct the control limits. So coming to UCL, N into P bar you will get. So N into P bar N into P bar plus 3 into square root of N into P bar into Q bar. So what are the 3 sigma control limits for NP chart? NP chart are N into P bar plus 3 into square root of N into P bar into Q bar. So this is the control limits for UCL, this NP chart. So we got the value as 368. Yes. Now CL, what is the CL value? CL is N into P bar. So that is nothing but N into P bar. That is 319. This is CL value. Similarly, LCL equals to first N into P bar, N into P bar minus 3 into square root of N into P bar into Q bar. So in this way, we can create the UCL, CL and LCL values. So here, which values you are going to plot? Instead of P values, we are going to consider D values, which are directly given in the question. Here, D values are given, right? So these D values, I'm going to plot against the NP chart. So this is in this procedure, we can find out the control limits for P chart and NP chart. So we have one more type of chart, that is, we have control limits for P chart with varying sample size. P chart, varying sample size. The procedure is same, just here UCL value, whatever the UCL value I have written, that UCL will be same for all charts. But here NP chart with varying sample size, the sample size will be different, right? So whenever the sample size is different, what you'll get, the UCL, CL and LCL values will be different for all samples. So in the same way, how you have created, you will create the control limits for this chart also. Here D value sample size given, D value is given. So we have to find the PI values. What is the formula for PI? DI by N, which is equals to DI by corresponding N value is 500, so divide with 5. So PI value we get it at 0.05. Similarly, you can apply the same formula for all the different samples. So now after getting the P values, next you will be finding the P bar first. What is P bar? P bar equals to average of the PI values. The average of the PI values, we get the P bar. Similarly, Q bar equals to 1 minus here P bar value. So we got the P bar and Q bar values. Next, we have to find the control limits. So before that, first I'll write what is the control limits value, same formula. P bar plus 3 under root P bar Q bar by N. So first here I'll find the value of 3 into square root of P bar into Q bar by N value. So here I'm going to find out the value of 3 into square root of P bar Q bar by N, so that it will be easy to find out the UCL and LCL values. So how we'll find this value? 3 into square root of P bar value. Where is the P bar value? This is P bar divided by, P bar into Q bar divided by N value, sample size is this one. Now close the bracket, we get the 3 into square root of this value. Similarly, for all the samples, you find out this value. One second. Three into square root of a P bar into, I didn't fix the values, into Q bar by N value, that is 500. Here P value and Q value are fixed. So before this P value and after this F value, I have to add the dollar symbol, which I forgot. Now close the bracket. So we get this value. Now you can drag the values. You will get the required 3 into those values. Now next is I'll find the UCL value. So what is the UCL formula? Before UCL, here I'll write CL values. So what are the CL values? CL is nothing but P bar value, that is 0.088. So for P chart, always the CL value will be same. For NP chart, CL value will be different, but for P chart, this will be same. So what is the UCL formula? P bar UCL formula is P bar plus 3 under root P bar Q bar by N. So this is the value of 3 under root P bar Q bar by N. You will get the required UCL. So here the F value is constant, that is P bar value is constant. So here I'll use dollar symbol, and similarly here also I use dollar symbol. We get the same UCL, and you can drag these values. We get the different UCL values. Now these are the CL values, these are the LCL values. Coming to LCL, LCL equals to P bar minus of this value 3 under root of this one. Here P bar value is fixed, so I'll use the dollar symbol here. So therefore this value is finished. Now we got the UCL, CL and LCL values, and we also have the PI values. So this values, I'm just pasting here. Here I'll take the lot number. And here I'll take the PI values. Now construct the chart, go to insert, scatter, select any type of chart. Now if you observe, this maroon color line is the UCL line. This green color line is CL line will be constant. This violet color line is the LCL value. This blue color line is the PI values. So there are, generally we get the horizontal lines, but in varying sample size, we get like this. We have done in our notes also. So in this way, we do the P chart. So for same problem, you can construct the NP chart also. How do you construct the NP chart? For NP chart, you need N into PI value. So first, you need number of defectives here. First, lot number. Next, we use number of defectives. Next is, we are going to find the CL, UCL and LCL. First, I'll find the CL value. What is the CL value? Sorry, I didn't write sample sizes. I'll paste the sample size also. Yes. Now with these values, we have the DI values. This DI is nothing but N into P value. N into PI is nothing but the DI values. So these values you can write it as N into P. So these are N into P. There was some technical problem. We'll continue with this. So the same problem I'm saying about NP chart. So these are the DI values. We want the CL now. So what is CL actually? N into P bar, right? So N into P bar means what is the N value we have considered here? The sample size, that is equals to, this is the N value into, we got the P bar value already. So this is the value. So similarly, CL value will be changing for all the values. One second. Sorry, P bar value I didn't fix here. N into P bar, that is this value should be fixed dollar. So this value I'm going to fix and find out the all CL values. Next is for UCL and LCL values, what we write? N into P, Ni into P bar plus 3 into under root N into P bar into Q bar. So I'll now find 3 into under root SQRT, 3 into under root of P bar into Q bar, N into P bar into Q bar. So N P bar, here N into. So the second part in the formula, I'm finding that value separately so that it doesn't create any confusion for us. So this value I'm finding here. So which is equals to 3 into square root of, what I have to write? Square root of N into, so this is the N into P bar into Q bar. So P bar into Q bar. So since P bar and Q bar values are fixed, I'm going to use the dollar symbol here for the P bar and Q bar values, we close the bracket, we get this value. Similarly, for all the samples also, we find this value. Now coming to the UCL. So what is the UCL actually? N into Pi bar. So N into Pi bar is nothing but CL value. N into Pi bar plus 3 into square root of this value. So this will give you the UCLs. So drag the values, we get all UCLs. Similarly, LCL. LCL means N into Pi bar, that is CL value minus this value. We get the different LCL values. Now we have the UCL, CL and LCL values. All the values I'll write to one side. Here I'll write the CL values. So I'm pasting CL values. I have to plot NP chart. So NP values, these defectives I have to plot. So I'll copy these values also and sample size. Now select these values, go to insert, scatter, plot the values. Now this is the NP chart. So this green color line is UCL, this maroon color line is CL, this violet color line is LCL, and this blue color line is the required D values. If you observe, this D value is coming below the UCL. At one point, it is coming below the LCL. So the process is not under control for this NP chart. So in this way, we create P chart and NP chart. Next, we have C chart. C chart is very simple. Same like P chart, you have to find the C chart values. So the UCL CL values will be, the formula is C bar plus 3 into under root C bar. So from the given defective C, you find out the C bar value and substitute in the control limits, we get C chart. Whereas coming to U chart, you will get U bar plus 3 under root UR by NI. Similarly, here how I have find out 3 into square root of this value. First find out 3 into square root of U bar by NI. Then use the U bar plus 3 under root that value, U bar minus that value. We get the different UCLs and LCLs. We have done varying sample size for NP chart. Similar way you can do U chart also. So by this, all the practicals we have completed using the MS Excel. Practice all these 4 practicals which are very, very important.